people today. We have Michael is on a school bus doing his school bus training, and this should be his last week. And Toby is doing his second shift at Walmart. So, yay! Yeah, he's doing good. New people today. Yeah, I have him on a school bus doing his school bus training, and there we go.
Okay.
We could hear ourselves. We can hear ourselves. You probably can hear us too. Yeah.
We have no comments.
Alright, so you guys gonna go hang out?
Yeah.
Okay. Have fun. Good morning, Maria. Good morning, John. Good morning, Kevin and Flash Shoes. Good to see you all.
We're late
We are late.
because I'm blaming it on you.
She always blames it on me. It's one step even harder without Toby here. He's like my tech guy, so he usually sets everything up, gets that all ready for me, and then me and Adri deal with like cleaning the kitchen and getting the kids ready. But now we had to do all of that without Toby. So
Mom's like, put the Xbox up. I'm like, how do I do that?
shit,
I don't even know. Somehow I knew how to turn on the controller.
Yeah, I was surprised that it was on.
I
Good job.
think Toby was scolding me one time for not turning it on before I tried using it. So
Hello, Kristen H. and Papa Pepper. Hey, we have another YouTuber on our channel. Good to see you. That's exciting. Anyways, for everybody that's feeling like sharing today, let us know where you're from, where you're watching from. Maybe both. Maybe those are two different things, where you're from and where you're watching from. And what the weather is. Here it is cold again. It is, I actually looked it up in Fahrenheit, but I don't know if I can remember. It is minus 26 degrees Celsius, which I'm pretty sure is minus 14 Fahrenheit. Minus 14. And it is.
crap.
Oops, now my voice is coming through on our Bluetooth speaker. Okay. Yeah, so chilly, but it's nice, it's good. We got snow, which we haven't got in quite a few weeks. This week we got a lot of snow, so it's so pretty outside again, because when it hasn't snowed in a while, then everybody steps all over it and drives all over it, and everything gets brown and dirty looking, and now it's a nice clean white layer, which is really nice. Raining in the Ozarks. I'm not surprised. You guys got snow this year though, right? I'm pretty sure you all got snow down in Arkansas, which I think you have the last couple of years, which is surprising, but you're probably not going to get any more this late in the season. We'll probably get lots more this late in the season. No freezer needed. No freezer. Nope, but we have all our bananas in this freezer now, so we don't need our freezer right now. 80 degrees Fahrenheit in South Mississippi. It's a little warmer than here. Maria Horsfield, minus 13 in Kelowna. You guys are getting a deep freeze too. That's pretty cold for there. All right, so I think I said this is Michael's, should be his last week of in-bus training. And then he should be going next week for his driving test, his bus driving test, which they're pretty confident, his teachers are pretty confident that he's gonna pass, so I don't think they're too worried. Hailing in Idaho. We had freezing rain, but not quite hail the other night. Michael was out driving Skip the Dishes. The roads were pretty dicey, but he was safe. No car accidents, so that's good. Yeah, so bus training will be done, so I'm hoping for the next few live streams he can work out his schedule and be here. I think Walmart actually gave him 5 shifts next week, which is pretty crazy. They only usually give him 3, so I don't know if they line up. I'm not sure if they're on Wednesday or not, but hopefully. Walking Faith. Hi, Boyd family. Hello to you. So thank you so much for joining us. Are you mocking me?
No.
She's mocking me. 13 degrees Celsius, 55 Fahrenheit in New Zealand, in Wellington. Wow, that's pretty nice. Happy anniversary.
You missed a comment. That's what they're saying that too.
Oh, okay. Oh, Kristen H., your husband's, your 21st anniversary. That's awesome. Congratulations and happy anniversary. 21 years. That's half a year longer than us. We're going to be 21 years in August. Spacewalker. Is that a new commenter?
It's space. No, I think I recognize.
Tyler, Texas. Tyler, we were right near Tyler for like 3 months last year. 79 Fahrenheit for a high in Tyler, Texas today. Yep, pretty nice there. And the weekend is -5 at night and +8 during the daytime
They're
in the Netherlands. That's awesome. That's not too bad. I mean, chilly, but like mild. Are you guys getting a lot of rain still this time of year? This is the great part of the year before our 8 months of summer. There you go. We get 8 months of winter. So we're kind of opposite. Papa Pepper, we only have 16 years in, but if y'all keep it up, then we won't catch up. There you go. Hopefully we keep it up. But 16 years, that's good. That's awesome. 16 years is a long time, and you got a lot of kids to show for it, right? So there you go. John Roberts, it's really cold, and we got some snow here in Wyoming. That's nice. The snow in Wyoming must be beautiful with all those rolling hills. And a little bit of rain in the Netherlands. Sweet, not too much, that's good. We're gonna make chicken and potato soup today. That's what we're up to. So we got chicken that needs to be cooked. We forgot to bring the broth. We do have something in our cold room in the back. Chicken broth, and hopefully it's not frozen.
Do I have to get that?
Yeah, you do. I'll get the chicken, it's in the fridge. Toby's job must be keeping him off the live gaming. Yeah, he did live stream yesterday because he didn't work yesterday, but he worked Sunday, so he did live stream on Sunday, and he's trying to figure out how he's gonna work around this because he's not gonna tell Walmart he can't work to game, obviously. So he might just be not so rigid with his gaming times. He might just be flexible, just put out a post and say, hey, I'm gaming tonight at such and such time, or this afternoon, and he'll get on and do that. He's working that out. So 16 years, 8 children, 1 child per 2 years.
How many?
That would be a good start. That's awesome. You guys definitely caught up to us in the kid department, and if you keep going, you'll probably surpass us because I'm pretty sure we're done. I'm old. I want to make chicken noodle soup one day. Tonight's dinner is cheeseburgers with potato salad. Oh, homemade potato salad. That's awesome. Yum. I haven't made burgers in a long time. I don't enjoy making burgers because it makes my whole kitchen greasy. I feel like the grease. Even when I get the really lean ground beef, it just spits everywhere. Not my favorite. So, anyways, we make burgers once in a while, but usually just barbecue them in the summer outside. That's the best way to do it. But that does sound yum. Chicken noodle soup, we are not adding noodles to ours because there are gluten-free noodles, but I don't have any right now. Actually, I have some pad thai noodles, but I think I'm going to stick with potato because that's what I'm a potato girl. I'm mostly Irish, but in descent, so I love my potatoes. Windy in Arizona. Shawarma with pita bread and garlic sauce. That sounds really, really good. Really good. Windy in Arizona. What part of Arizona are you in, Walking Faith? We've been... Where did we stay in Arizona? I don't know if we've stayed in Arizona. We've driven through Arizona many, many, many times, but I don't know if we've ever stayed there. Michael would know that so much better than me. You've never met a potato you didn't like. Well, there you go. When I was a kid, I did not like scalloped potatoes, actually. I don't know why. It just wasn't my thing. But now, as an adult, I definitely like them. So, yeah, definitely. I love baked potatoes. They're easy, really, really easy. But I don't like that I can't see what they look like on the inside because then I end up cooking a bunch of baked potatoes and then they're rotten inside. I don't know what's with the potatoes the last, 5 years. I feel like I just have a lot less luck finding really good potatoes. I don't know, unless I grow them myself, which I haven't done that in a few years. John Roberts, it's 8 degrees here, but feels like -10 below, so it's Hormel chili. I'm not familiar with that word. Do you know that word?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that was autocorrect or if I'm just out of the loop, but it sounds cold. That does sound chilly. Wind chill is way worse than the actual temperature. Can I taste? I'm from Kenya. Welcome from Kenya. That's awesome. Are you in Kenya right now watching? And if you are, what time is it there? And looking at me? And what is the weather?
That's the question.
What's the weather in Kenya? We're coming to Africa one day. I promise, because I've been having dreams about it and I miss it. I've never been there, but I miss my dreams. I love Africa. I always wanted to come to Kenya. I really want to go to Ethiopia. I'd love to go to Uganda. Yeah, pretty much if you just write down all the African countries, that's where I want to go. We'll get there. We will. Yucca in garlic sauce and brown rice with bone broth gravy. Yucca. So I feel like I know what yucca is because I think I bake with a flour made from it. Because I know it's a root, but I've never just had, I don't think I've had yucca unless we call it something different here. But that sounds interesting. Garlic sauce and bone broth gravy sounds amazing. It is 19:20 right now. 7:20. Okay, so it's 11:20 here, so you're 8 hours ahead of us. Awesome. And is it hot? But do you guys do you measure your temperature in Celsius or Fahrenheit? I'm guessing Celsius. I think the U.S. is the only ones that still use Fahrenheit. Hey, Jonas. Yuma area. We have been.
Yuma? Isn't that like Arizona?
Yeah, they're in Arizona. I'm trying to think. So we've driven from El Paso through to California. I'm trying to remember what city's on that. Is that Yuma? Maybe that's Yuma that we've driven through. We've driven through it several times. Have you ever made homemade chili with cornbread? One of my favorite dishes. I made in my crock pot. I make homemade chili a lot. We made chili on the weekend. Well,
We did.
Peyton was here.
Well, my man was here.
Yeah, we did make chili. Now, cornbread I don't make as often. I do make it occasionally, but corn bothers my hands a lot. So I typically stay away from corn these days, but back 10 years ago, I made cornbread a lot. Raina! Hey, Raina! It's good and really close to potato, only more natural flavor. Well, if I ever see it in the grocery store, I'll have to give that a try.
Is it yucca African or am I mixing up the history?
I don't know.
I thought it was. I'm gonna look it up.
Oh, she's gonna look it up. Kenya has the same time as the Netherlands. Yeah, I was thinking that. 7:20. Yeah, it does. All right, we get the chicken out. So most chicken soups, you chop your chicken and then cook it in the soup. I really hate chopping raw chicken. That's Michael's job. If he's here, he cuts the raw meat. That's not my thing. So I'm gonna actually fry the chicken on the frying pan, cook it, and then I'll cut it and add it to the soup after. So that might make for a little less flavor in the broth, but this is already chicken broth that's homemade from bones. So I'm not too worried about flavor. See a lot of Alberta plates here. Yes. Wyoming? That's where she said she's from, right? I'm trying to keep everybody straight. I do apologize.
Walking in faith?
Yeah.
They were Arizona.
Oh, is that who's Arizona? Oh, that's who's Arizona. Okay.
Wyoming is John Roberts.
John Roberts. Okay. You know what? As time goes on, I'm gonna get all of you regulars finally figured out. I need to make a list. That's how I work. Make a list. Yeah, a lot of Albertans and some BCers. BCers don't all need to go south. I mean, maybe Maria, you'll disagree with me, but I find a lot less people from BC snowbird it because it's a little more mild there. But yeah, a lot of Albertans go down to Arizona and even Southern California. And if you go to Florida, they're mostly all Quebecers. So that's kind of how we go. We're just going to head straight south. So whatever straight south of us is nice and warm, that's where we go. Flash shoes. I put a corn dog in a bun with chili and cheese. It was great. A chili cheese corn dog. There you go. That does sound good. I haven't had hot dogs in a long time. When's the last time we bought hot dogs? Probably.
We've had sausages.
Yeah, we've had some sausages, but I don't even think we've bought hot dogs since
Louisiana.
yeah, or when we were camping last year when we were staying in our tent.
Oh yeah, I remember
We
that.
probably had some hot dogs.
Cassava, that's what I was thinking, not yucca. I was thinking.
Be sure to take the intestines out of the chicken before you boil it. Good call. We don't get very many, it's hard to find chickens in the grocery store with the gizzards with all the insides. It's pretty rare here actually. When I was a kid that was common, but not anymore. Cute kid. 23 degrees Celsius. Nairobi, Kenya. Mostly sunny during the day. That's awesome. Now, 23 at 7:20 at night. That's not bad. I would have thought that it would be hotter than that. I would have expected to be hot. But I'm guessing Kenya is a dry heat, right? You're probably not very humid. But 23 in the evening. Okay. So is this your cold time of the year? Do you have like seasons in Kenya? Like do you have a winter, like colder? Do you have a rainy season? How does that work with your weather? Okay, I gotta get the chicken out.
Should
We'll
I
get nothing done.
make food?
Yeah, do you want to make something that the kids will eat at lunchtime? Buns, biscuits, muffins, anything?
I kind of want something warm.
Alright, okay. Nice dance. You can see her doing her little dance on the TV. Kristen H. I can't stand the heat. I really don't like summer. Oh. You know what? I knew an Ethiopian that moved to Canada from Ethiopia, and she liked it better here. Like in this part of Canada where we get minus 40 and 50 because she didn't like the heat in Africa. Michael, on the other hand, would love to just be in Texas all year round and sweat his brains out. So,
But that's what Walmart's for, you know? Walmart to cool off.
so we all it's funny how we all just have our likes and dislikes, and sometimes it's based on where you're born and sometimes it's not. Because Michael was born in Canada and our other friend was born in Ethiopia, and they both just like the opposites of each other.
What do you got?
To get a knife.
I don't know what to eat. I'm gonna look at my what? Oh my gosh!
You got knives.
Carry the knife properly.
Well, it's just you. Here.
Wow.
I think it's okay. This chicken is like, we bought it on Sunday. Usually I don't leave chicken in the fridge that long. Actually, might not. I don't think I'm gonna cook that.
What?
It has a smell. We're gonna set that aside, and we're gonna make potato chowder without chicken in it, because I don't really want to give my kids food poisoning. Alright, good thing about live streams is we can't edit any of this out, so now y'all know how it goes. That's just real life. I turn that off and I get my potatoes out.
Boy, that stinks.
Yeah, it doesn't smell good. Alright, love the snow. Yes, Toby is a snow boy. I actually really like the snow too. I just have so many kids, getting them all into their snowsuits is a lot of work, so I kind of tend to avoid that a little bit. I think that it can, oh, your comment disappeared, sorry. Every time I hear someone say it's chilly out, I say it's chilly out. Our summer is 100 degrees Fahrenheit with 90% humidity. It gets old fast. Yeah, I agree. When we were parked in Louisiana, we managed to find a nice RV park that had like a lot of tree coverage. And it was okay, it was bearable. But then when we were in Texas last summer, we had no tree coverage and it was brutal. It was like, yeah, it was terrible. Good to see washing hands after touching chicken. Yes, Michael's taught me to be very, I mean, so did my parents, but Michael's over the top. Like, I don't think anything touched the counter, but usually if he was here, he'd be like vinegaring the counter down. Yeah. It's so cold in Edmonton right now. I would love to be in Florida or Texas.
We know you would,
Aww.
Jonas. We know.
Do people fast in Canada?
No, it's against the law.
Like as a whole, or just like, do Canadians ever do fasts? I mean, yeah, we fast, some of us, if we want to. Same as Americans, same as, I don't know where you're from, Brooke, Kevin. I don't know if you've ever commented on our channel before, but welcome to the live chat, the live stream, and the live chat. And thank you for commenting. Fasting, yeah, we fast. I don't know what else to add to that, but you're welcome. Potatoes, I need the potatoes.
I don't know what to make.
Make some muffins.
Muffins are not what I want.
She doesn't want muffins, but I thought you wanted warm.
Yeah, like soup.
Well, that's what I
I
need
just
for
want supper right now.
She wants her supper right now, but then we'll have nothing for supper. Yes, Kevin, every time they don't have money for groceries. Maybe.
But I use the fresh bananas.
You can, or the frozen ones.
The fresh ones are.
Yeah, you could just put them in the container in the oven for a minute. Those ones are not super right.
How? Wait, can I make one of those cookies that you made yesterday?
Sure.
And eat the whole pan.
No, you have to share with the other kids.
Where did you get that?
I wonder that you don't use a whole chicken for the soup. It is cheaper and gives more taste. Yeah. I don't know how that would work. You just throw the whole chicken in? I mean, that's what my broth is made from, kind of. I don't know. I guess, like, there's like ways that you grow up cooking certain things, and then to get your mind around something else, like, I feel like I'd have to see that and how that actually works. Probably a good idea.
Where'd you get the recipe?
Chocolate covered cutie.
Really?
Yes.
What were they called?
I think 3-ingredient banana cookies or something.
There's only 3 ingredients?
Yeah, but I added in that
The
butter. so
banana
4.
oatmeal ones?
Yeah.
Wow, yours actually look like hers.
Oh, but there's no carrot chips left.
That's okay. I still like them. So literally only bananas and oatmeal?
And almond butter. Just boil the chicken whole, it will kill bacteria, and then shred it up with a fork for the soup. Okay, so do you save the broth that you cooked in it? You boil the chicken, and then do you save the water, and then that's what you make the rest of the soup in, that you boiled it in? Or are you just using the meat off of the whole chicken? Okay, I'm getting this. Love the thrift store vlogs. Maybe next time you guys go, you can record it and maybe do a haul. I'm overdue for a stop at our local Goodwill.
We have not gone to a store either. We tried
I'm leaving my water running.
the day we dropped Peyton off at the airport, but they were all closed that day, so we couldn't go.
Yeah, they're all like closed on Mondays. I don't know what's with the Mondays. Thrift stores here don't like Mondays. You know what the biggest problem is?
We don't need clothes.
No, when we go thrift store shopping, her and I are the ones that are shopping, and her and I are the ones that record. We're usually the ones holding the camera. So like, I'll say like, Toby, you gotta record this, and then he records 5 seconds, and then he's bored because he's a guy in a store and hates it, and then just stops. And I'm like, Toby, come on, I have to tell him every time to turn the camera back on. Boil the whole chicken, but you have to get the meat off the carcass. I can see that, and I have used the meat off the bone, like leftover from roasted chickens in soup before. We used to live in a school bus. We enjoyed your bus videos. That's awesome. Do you have kids? Do you live in a school bus with kids? I love hearing stories about people living in buses with kids because it's a very different experience than when you're just a couple living in a bus. But that's super cool. We talked about getting a school bus this summer or next summer, but
Double, triple, quadruple.
I doubled it yesterday, so you could triple it. But I think we're actually going to be doing something else in the fall instead. So this summer, I think we're just going to be touring Alberta, so we're kind of local, show you guys all the cool sites around here, and then hopefully, maybe, possibly next summer, we will
There will be new things.
There will be new things.
Don't
Like,
promise the people.
I'm not promising anything. That's why I said hopefully, maybe, possibly.
Which you don't tell them.
We
Just
might
let
get
them
a
wait.
I want a coach bus. I don't really want a school bus. I've watched a lot of tours of school buses, and I just don't know how I'd fit my family comfortably in there to live. So maybe for camping, but throw a whole chicken into your pan, boil it, and when it's done, take it out, debone it, cut the meat up, put the veggies in, and boil until it is done and ready. for
Everyone's
soup.
telling you how to cook a chicken in a soup.
Thank you. Okay, well, maybe we'll try that soon when I have another whole chicken. I don't think I have one. But you're right, whole chickens are definitely cheaper, for sure. Bus videos is how I found your, the bus video. Yeah, a lot of people came to our town for our tour, which we love, and it really slowed down the last few months, and then now the tour is picking up again, so hopefully we get some new readers off that. The good old bus, the memory lives on. It does, and thank you so much for using our emoji, and we have been talking about our new emojis a ton lately, and we love all your ideas, Cutie Man. They're awesome. We're just trying to figure out how to get that done. When we got these ones done, We had Michael's brother do that for us. He's went to school, I think Michael's mentioned this, to be a, whatever the people are that do
Graphic design.
yeah, graphic design. There you go. I haven't slept much lately. And I've been sick for like 2 weeks, so my memory is off every week, but it's particularly off right now. Anyways, so we had him do them, but we didn't have a lot of ideas. We didn't know what we were starting with. So we gotta figure that out again. He's not a very easy person to get a hold of, so we're probably gonna go with somebody else. We're trying to figure out how to do it ourselves, which is a whole challenge in itself. I need another knife. Traveling ministry. Just my husband and I, and we've been to all the lower 48 states. In your bus? That's really cool. I always see those maps that people get and put on the sides of their trailers and their buses to show all the states that they've been to, and I'm like, we really need one of those. That'd be so fun just to get to color another state in every time we go somewhere, but we haven't go. I didn't even know where you'd get them because I never see them, and then a friend of ours, I was like, you have one, where'd you get it? She's like, Amazon. I'm like, why didn't I think of that? So next time when we have a vehicle that we travel in, we'll definitely get one of those and color in our little map as we go. Does Michael have his license? Like his driver's license? His bus? Are you asking about his bus license? He's doing his, I think, second last day of bus training right now. So he should be done all of his hours tomorrow, I think, or that's what he's anticipating. And then he will go and take his test next week. So at some point next week, he should have his full school bus license. Was your old bus used to be a Greyhound bus when you guys bought it? It was not a Greyhound bus. It was an oil rig bus, actually. So it was up, I don't know if you know about Canada and our oil field. It's up in northern Alberta, Fort McMurray, and they keep a lot of the men that work up there, they stay in camps, and then they bus them to and from the camps to their work site. I've actually never been up there, so I don't know what it looks like, I just hear about it. So it was one of the buses used for that. So it was not a Greyhound, but it was a people mover.
There are lots of US states we haven't been to.
There are a lot of states.
I don't think we've been to Maryland, Vermont, Rhode Island, Maine. Have we been to Maine?
I don't
Been
think
to
so.
Maine. All like that northeast.
Yeah, we haven't been up there at all. In New Hampshire, we haven't been up there
New
at all.
Hampshire, yeah.
We'd really love. We've been talking about that for a while.
Have we been to Pennsylvania?
We've been through Pennsylvania. We haven't stayed there, and I don't remember if we've been to
Connecticut.
Indiana or not. I don't know if we've been to
Kentucky.
Connecticut. We picked up a lot on our travel videos. You have a Berkey. Oh, that's awesome! Congratulations on the Berkey. That's awesome. I love my Berkey.
We've also never been to Hawaii or Alaska.
Nope, we haven't. Both are also on our list, as are all the other ones. So our next big trip in the U.S., when we have time, finances, and some road-worthy vehicle that holds us all, we'll probably hit up the last few states that we haven't been to. So that'll be exciting. Nairobi, Kenya, it gets up to 12 degrees in the cold season, June to August. Oh, that's opposite us. And 35 degrees in the dry season, that is January to March. The rest of the months are average. Okay, so you get your winter when we get our summer, and that's cool. Very different, but still pretty nice all year round. You get below freezing at night. It's like deserty, right? So you probably get pretty cold at night, I would think. Oh, you live in a van. That is awesome. We do need a world map. Do they make those? I don't think I've seen one of those. A world map. We need one of those. a van tour because I would love to check it out. I love watching van tours. And do you live full time in it, or do you just use it for travel and then also have a house? Because I always am curious about that, because I feel like van life is awesome, but I think even for a couple, you can get old really fast, especially if you get like a couple of rainy days or colder weather where you can't just be outdoors. I think that'd be hard, but maybe not. Maybe it just depends on your personality. You're not late. You're good. You're just here right on time. We're just chopping potatoes. Adri's making some banana oat cookies. I was gonna make chicken potato chowder and my chicken was bad. So now we're making potato chowder. Oh. See, I like the TV set up with the comments because I can read them big without squinting down my iPad, and I feel like I'm looking more at you guys. But then they just go away when I'm halfway reading it. To boil the whole chicken, it takes about 1.5 hours, and some bouillon blocks with it. Oh, okay. What am I making? Did you miss the blender?
No, I'm too cold to blend things today.
She's chilly.
I'm very cold.
Usually I'm sweating it during our live streams because I think it's just all the anxiety of getting everything ready the last few minutes. But the cold weather balanced it out today, and I feel quite fine.
That is right here.
I figure if all the Canadians coming to Florida in the winter, we'll just go there in the summers. There you go. Perfect. Whoop. It got really quiet in my house. Okay, can you guys all hear me okay today? I'm just like wondering if it's super echoey. My mic that I usually use for the live streams quit working this last week. So we're just using the mic that's just the native mic on the phone. So I'm just wondering how the quality is, if it sounds echoey or tinny or not as good. Not sure if I need to buy a new mic or if this is working. So just let us know. Whoop. A little bit echoey? Okay. Compared to other weeks, is it usually better than this? I don't know what's going on with that mic. Levi got his hands on it a couple times, so maybe that's why. But every time I would plug it in, I would just get like it just sounded fuzzy. So, hope Michael will do the chat when he's at lunch. Hopefully. He may get lunch at a different time than usual because he didn't start today until 11. And usually he starts at 8. So, we'll see if he gets a lunch break and jumps on.
What did you put in your hair rinse?
Honey?
It smells like mouthwash.
Just honey and
Did you put peppermint in it?
Mm-mm.
It smells like mouthwash.
The light colored one?
No, the dark one.
That's hers.
What did I put in it?
I didn't make that one. I have no idea.
I think I put peppermint in it.
Our house in Tampa has become the evacuation spot for our Canadian friends here during hurricane season. Well, that's exciting that you have Canadian friends, and we have friends in Florida right now. They're from here, but they are, I think they're near St. Augustine. I think they said they're about an hour from St. Augustine. So, a little north of you. So actually, where is Tampa? I know where Orlando is. I know where Miami is. Tampa's north?
Central.
I'm getting better with my American geography, but I still don't know all of it.
I'm checking.
You do have a channel. It's called Walking Faith. We do live in the van full time. We don't have a home. We don't have a van tour though. We do all the videos in the van. You should do a van tour because I'd love to watch that, and it'd probably help your channel out a lot. but you do have to clean everything up really good, which is a lot of work. Maybe not so much if you don't have kids. Oh, it's south of Orlando. Okay. There we go. Do Canadians also eat green
You need help spelling?
pie soup or pea soup? Snert. Huh. In the winter, it is a full dinner soup with green peas and rookworst and boiled potatoes and some other something. I don't know what rookworst is. And green pea soup. I don't know. I feel like my grandma probably made that. Green pea soup sounds like something she would make. She made like lentil soups and split pea soups and things like that. It's not super common nowadays that I know of, mostly because most people of my age just make chicken nuggets and fries every day and hire Michael to bring them food from McDonald's. So there's a few of us that still make homemade things, but I have never made, I mean, I'll add green peas to this soup, but I don't know if that's exactly the same thing as what you're talking about. Tampa is a couple hours north of Fort Myers. Okay, I know what Fort Myers is, definitely. And yeah, but that's cool. That's cool that you have Canadian friends down there. Haven't seen all your vlogs yet. Have you been to Yellowstone National Park? We have been outside of Yellowstone. We have not been in. We thought about going one time on our way through. I think the biggest problem with the northern national parks, the northern states, like everything just south of Alberta, is like once we get on the road, we usually have a destination. It's generally south because it's usually already getting cold. And then we get in our vehicle and we start driving, and then we get 5 hours to the Montana border and we have no desire to stop it because we feel like we just got started. And so we tend to skip through Montana and Wyoming pretty quick every time. And then we get back home at the end and we're like, well, we never saw Montana and Wyoming yet. So we were gonna stay in Yellowstone one time, like overnight at a campground, but then we looked at the prices for overnight. It was already like 11:30 at night and we planned to be on the road by 7:30 in the morning. We're like, yeah, we're not gonna pay that much to see Yellowstone in the dark in the middle of the night. So we didn't go in, but I'm sure we'll end up there one day. Split pea soup is the best. I don't even think I've ever had it. I probably should try it because it sounds like something I would make. Sounds like food that's up my alley. 2 miles from the football stadium for the Tampa Bucks and the New York Yankees training camp. So everyone just parks here and we go to the game in carpools. That's super cool. That's very cool. We might have to try that when we're down in Florida next time because I'm sure Toby would love to go to a game. Yellowstone is otherworldly. I think we'll have to go sometime. It was Peyton was just talking about all the national parks that he wants to go to in America, and I thought I need to sit down and have a conversation with him because I don't even know a lot of the national parks. Have we been to the Grand Canyon? We have been to the Grand Canyon. We were in the Grand Canyon when Bethany was about 5 months old. So we had 5 kids back then, so it was a long time ago. That was our first big cross Canada, cross America tour that we did. So we had pictures of it, but no video footage. And we would love to go back. We did the Grand Canyon, and then from Grand Canyon we went to White Sands National Monument, and then we went to what are those caves?
Carlsbad Caverns.
Carlsbad Caverns. And then from there to San Antonio.
I'm coming in here to read.
She's gonna read so she can help me with my words. So so we did do it. The Grand Canyon's amazing. It's so beautiful. We say next time we're gonna go back, next time we go back, we want to go down, like hike down all the way and camp at the bottom and then come back up the next day because I think that'd be super fun. Okay, everybody says split pea soup is their favorite. I will have to try it. And rookworst is some sort of smoked something that disappeared before I got to read it. I apologize.
She's a talker and she doesn't read things.
Well, it's
She
pretty
just
boring
talks
if I
too
don't
much.
talk.
I can't help you with reading because you've got the chicken broth, but I just know where the words are right now. I can see wish.
I love Carlsbad. Did you see the bat flight? No, I don't think we did. We didn't see any bat flight.
No, we weren't in the area where that happened.
Okay. There was like an area where, because we had young kids, like we had to be, I think, 10 and up to go to certain parts of the cave, so we couldn't go there. But it was so cool. Really, really cool. Definitely a really different experience than we've ever had anywhere else. To run and have a Zoom meeting at 2, but we'll watch the replay later. Thank you so much for watching, and we're your fave YouTube channel. That's awesome. Thank you. And thank you for being an awesome viewer and making sure you check in every week, and all your comments, they're really helpful. We really, really appreciate that. Kristen's never had split pea soup. Me neither. We're gonna try it. Should we make split pea soup? You wanna make split pea soup with me? I have to buy split peas first and find a recipe, but we should try it. Cream of potato soup with ham. I have actually never in my entire life liked pork, any pork product. When my parents would make bacon, I would avoid it. When they cooked ham, my sister's favorite thing was like a cheese whiz sandwich with like that deli meat ham. Ugh, not my kind of thing. So I pretty much have bought pork a very small handful of times in our entire marriage. I don't like it. So we don't have pork. Not my thing. Is that breakfast for you or the whole family? Oh, for us too. This will be for the whole family. Well, Michael won't be here for supper because he'll be working, so it'll be for the rest of us. And probably not actually gonna all fit in this pot. That was just being, I don't know the word. I don't know. She's not helping me anymore. She's just reading.
Huh?
What's the word for being, thinking that it can fit in there and it can't? She's not gonna know either. It's being, it's not ambitious. I don't know.
Hopeful.
Hope, maybe. That could work.
Hopefully optimistic. Optimistic.
Yeah, that's it. You being optimistic.
Okay.
Greetings from Zambia. We have 2 people from Africa watching. That's so cool. Very, very cool. Did we ever camp on the beach in Padre Island, Texas? I don't think we've been to Padre Island, Texas, and we have not camped on the beach. We probably couldn't drive a full-size coach bus onto the beach, I would
We
think.
almost camped on the beach in Florida in our trailer. But then they cheated us and it wasn't actually on the beach.
Oh, the campground in the Keys?
Yeah.
Yeah, we rented a really, really, really expensive site in an RV park in Key Largo that was supposed to be on the beach. And then they had all the pictures. It was supposed to be gorgeous, like right on the beach. Paid a lot of money for it. And we got there and they had taken out the beach before we got there and put a rock wall instead. So there was no beach.
I don't think it was ever a beach, it was a harbor.
It was a harbor. It wasn't the ocean beach. It was still a beach to the harbor. And it rained the whole 4 days.
They
we were there.
actually put a little pit of sand with some orange construction fencing in front of it. That was the beach.
Because everybody wants orange construction fencing in their really expensive RV park. Oh, I think Levi needs help. Adrian's gonna help him. Or is he can't get the door open.
That's a good thing.
A different show? A different show?
I like this right here.
Alright, so this Friday is the last of the Frugal February series, which I'm a little bit thankful about. I have had a lot on my plate this month, and just threw that in the mix. It was probably a little bit more than I can handle. But it's the last week, so this week I'm going to be focusing on household things. So just don't forget to check that out. It'll be out Friday morning. And then I can slow down a little bit. Just focus on live streams and the regular weekly vlogs for a little bit. Instagram, if any of you guys are on Instagram and you have not followed us yet, be sure to go do that. I've been trying to post really regularly on there, and just pictures and sometimes slightly different content than you get on the channel. And it also just helps to remind you about these live streams every week and when our videos come out on Sundays and things like that. So you should check it out. What am I making? I'm making potato chowder. Some form of potato chowder. You like my frugal tips? Thank you. I probably have more, but I kind of feel like I get to a little point of like really intense frugality, like craziness that most people just aren't ready for. So I've tried to keep things kind of like average, frugal, things that most people can handle. I don't know if everyone wants to know how to wash their hair with an egg yolk or make a hair gel out of flax seeds, which I mean, I'll share that in the mix of our regular weekly vlogs, but I haven't added those to the frugal tips. Great editing on the last video. The last weekly vlog, I think that was Adri. She is my pro editor. She's really good at editing. Usually her and Toby have been taking turns, but Toby now with having a job, I think Adri's gonna do most of the weekly videos for now until her life moves on to something else where she can't handle it. And I'm gonna focus on Instagram. And Toby, he is my pro filmer. So Adri edited, but a lot of the filming footage that you saw on the hike, when we went for the hike through the woods, that was Toby. Like, he just has a really, really good eye for filming, and I love it when he actually gets out and does it. It's really great. And I saw Cecilia said hi. Hey Cecilia, so great to have you here with us. Padre Island is close to Galveston and you can pull your bus right on the beach and stay for 14 days free. I don't know if our bus would sink though. Like, it's a lot of weight. The coach buses are really, really heavy. Like, way more than a schoolie. So I know, like, we talked about it, but I don't think Michael would pull it out onto sand. Maybe if it was gravel or rock, but... Do I put cauliflower in my chicken soup? If I had cauliflower, absolutely. I love putting cauliflower into soups, but I don't have any right now, so there will be no cauliflower in this soup. But I'm not doing it. Because nothing else is hooked up to it right now. Such a great video all around. Thank you. And Adri, what book are you reading? Kiwi Man wants to know.
Fried green tomatoes.
Fried green tomatoes. I need onion.
I've never read it before, but I love the movie, so I wanted to read it. Hopefully it's good. So far I'm pretty into it. And I'm only like 2 chapters in. Actually, Raina Zimmerman, you've seen her in the comments. I don't know if she's still watching. Maybe she is. If she is, hi Raina, thank you. You're amazing. This book's amazing. She bought this for me, sort of as an early birthday present, but we're gonna end up sharing it in the end. But me and her love the movie. We watched it together. While I wasn't with her in person, we actually watched it over FaceTime together. Because, yeah, that's what you do when you have long distance friends. But we watched it over FaceTime together, and we both loved it, and both wanted to read the book, and she found it for me, so it's very exciting.
Deep thoughts with Bethany. Yes, she said I got them a movie from the library that I thought Levi would like, so that's what they're watching. And she said it's too scary for him, so she was asking what else they can put on to keep him occupied. Yeah, the movie is awesome, and I grew up on the movie Fried Green Tomatoes. Like, we watched it a lot. And then my best friend read the book and she was telling me all the things that were wrong with the movie. And I was just like, you know what? Typically I like the book better, but this time I just don't want to know. Because I love the movie. But now that we have the book in our house, I may have to read it. Cool. These are gonna make me cry, guys. Oh, try to read your comments. Okay. What was your favorite place you visited in the lower 48? I don't know. I guess there's just so many different, like, you can put every place into a different category, right? So there's some places that are the most scenic, some places that you had the most fun, some places that are most kid-friendly, and some places you made the best friends. And so, I don't know. They're kind of all my favorite, but in a different category. So, most scenic would probably be, probably the Grand Canyon in Carlsbad. Although I really like the White Sands Monument too. Most kid-friendly. Our kids really like Legoland because we have a lot of younger kids and they can go on all the rides. But I'm not a huge, like, necessarily amusement park person. The older kids really like Silver Dollar City. This last trip was fun, but the young, we hit this point where we have like older kids and younger kids. And the older kids wanted to go on rides and the younger kids wanted to go on rides, and there was long lineups for all of them, and we just didn't end up getting a whole lot done. So it was actually a little bit more frustrating than fun. But hopefully next time it'll be better. And then, let's see, we have the best friends in Louisiana, and I have family near LA and in Georgia, so those are super great spots to visit. Our favorite RV park is in El Centro, California. Favorite cities to visit? I really enjoyed San Antonio. The Riverwalk was awesome. We've only been there once. I love Galveston. And Washington, D.C. is amazing because of all the stuff to do with the kids at the Smithsonian's. And I am kind of like just a New York City fan, so New York City is always a highlight for me. So, you found a sale on ground beef and you're making a big pot of chili to freeze. That's awesome. Freezing food is the best. I love it when, like, you're having a really lazy, tired day and you don't want to cook supper and you remember you have a meal in the freezer. That is the best feeling ever. I don't have that anymore because I make a huge pot of stuff and it's still all gone. So maybe I just need some bigger pots. I need more potatoes. I'm also gonna need more carrots. Adrian, you want to grab me out some more carrots? So did you find that sale by looking in your flyers? Or did you just see it at the store when you got there? Because now I'm curious. I try typically not to buy meat from the store. That chicken did come from Walmart, but we really try, especially when we're in a place for a while, to find the local farms nearby that we can get meat from. So this time of year is a little bit harder to find chicken, unless they had a lot of stock from last year, because most people don't do broilers in the winter here. But beef is easy to get, so we did get some local ground beef. And then I just saw a farm that I'm following on Facebook just said that they just ordered their broilers, so they'll be in a couple weeks and they'll start growing, so they're going to take orders for that next week. So I'll probably put in, this is 8 meals for you. If you're alone, it would be. For us, this is not going to be enough for everyone to even have seconds in this pot. So it's funny how things change as years go by. Follow the sales to save money. That is awesome. $3 a pound. That's a pretty good deal these days. That's awesome. Kiwi Man. Once Michael has finished school bus driver training, does he have jobs ready, or is it just to be qualified for if he wants to do it later? He is going to be a spare. So when people call in sick or have appointments or things like that, then that's what he is. he's already gotten some people calling him or texting him, I should say, and he has to keep telling them, I don't even have my license yet. I can't agree to anything right now. But they're desperate for spares. These are for people that have appointments coming up, so they already know that they won't be able to work on those days. But he definitely wants to keep it just stay as a spare, because hopefully within the next, February? So in about a month, he should be able to start doing some basic, you're shaking the table. Some basic RV tech. People are going to start getting their trailers de-winterized and ready for camping in May.
Okay, you're gonna watch out.
So that's what he's hoping to start soon. Ooh, that really did shake. Well, no blender, but she'll use the immersion blender, so she'll make sure she makes some noise somehow. Michael was meant to be on the bus. Apparently, they were pretty impressed yesterday. He had to switch out buses and get one out of a storage yard and put the one he was driving back into the storage yard. And the teacher was like, you don't have to do this. I can do this if you want. He's like, oh no, I got it. And they're like, you might have to wiggle back and forth a little. And he got it on the first try. And they were pretty impressed. He's like, listen, I've backed a 45-foot bus into RV parks all across America.
Like literally the one in Georgia, there was like 2 trees on either side of the bus, like probably like what, 4 inches?
Yeah, I didn't even think that the bus would actually fit there.
It shouldn't have.
It shouldn't have fit.
And we got in and out without touching either tree.
That was before our channel, but that was an experience. Do I have a favorite potato variety? Lately I've been really cooking a lot of Redskins, because when we pan fry them in a pan, they don't stick the same way that russets do. So russets are the easiest and usually the cheapest to get here. I don't buy yellow potatoes as often because they're really waxy. And if we mash them, they turn into glue. I don't like that.
Still disgusting.
They're good for other things, but usually I try to buy one potato I can use for everything. So.
Where'd you go? She's leaving me alone with you people. It's like, I know all you guys, so it's fine. Yeah, I didn't really think about the fact that I would end up using a blender today, even though I said I wasn't. But it's making something warm, it's not making something cold, so.
Alright, I'm back. My nose was really running from those onions. Okay, 6 kids later ask what made us decide to start our channel. That's a great question. So we started our channel November of 2021. It was October, November. And we had been in Louisiana for about 9 months at that point. And although like we were surrounded with really great people, like a lot of super good friends, but we didn't have a lot to do. We were there, we were hanging out, the weather was nice, we had good community, but through the week, things were getting a little bit monotonous and challenging. Michael can't work in the US, not yet anyways, and things were just hard, and we needed something, we needed a goal as a family, something to work towards, something we could do together, and so YouTube was that. So we started our channel, and it actually helped us in a lot of ways. We got a lot of good feedback about people just saying it really was peaceful and relaxing, they enjoyed it. We still get a lot of feedback like that, which is so beautiful to us. But really it was healing for us in the same way, because our life off camera did not feel as peaceful as our vlogs were. And so there were a lot of times where even like through the week when we weren't filming, Adrian would go and just turn on our channel for us to watch, and a lot of the music we put to it, everything was just really relaxing. Yeah, but it was really healing for us, and just in that time, and we've just continued it now. Things are a little bit easier in some of those areas, but we really just love getting to kind of spread that encouragement and positivity, which there's just not a lot of that out there on YouTube and in the news and on TV. Drama sells, so people like drama, and there's some drama. We got a lot of views when Adri left for and came off of the boat with Sailing Zatara, because the thumbnail and the music was drama, and people like that. But otherwise, we really try to keep things encouraging. Walking Faith saw Adri on Zatara. Yeah, she was on there with them for a month, and they're doing it again. They're inviting some more youth to come out, but this time to sail on the Med, so that'll be cool. A very different experience for sure. Look up Rada Cutlery, made in Iowa. Okay. Look that up. Why don't you use that strong old kitchen machine that you bought to cut everything up? It would just puree it, I think. I wouldn't know how to actually chop it with that. Oh, the food processor? Well, first of all, it'd be really loud for you guys, so it wouldn't make for much of a live stream. And
She needs muscles.
I need muscles. I don't know. I just have always used a knife. I find it doesn't chop how I like. I'm particular. I like my carrots in chunks. I don't like them sliced. I don't like them shredded in soups. So maybe I'm just too much of a perfectionist. But it gives me something to do while I'm chatting with you guys. Boyd's videos are real, not made up like some other channels I see. We try to keep it as real as we can, but we do try to keep certain things out. We don't put in a lot of our negativity. I mean, my kids cry. They have temper tantrums. But I feel like that would be maybe exploiting them to put them on there, but it's also just not encouraging. It's not where we want to go with our channel, so we don't. Adri, could you make carrot juice? It's healthy for your eyes. Ever seen a rabbit with glasses? Good one. Yeah, we used to have a juicer. We love making juice. Right now, veggies are very expensive for juicing, especially because all of our kids really like juice, like fresh vegetable juice, all of them. And they don't want just one glass. And to make one glass for 10 people is a lot of juice and a lot of veggies. So if we had a gigantic garden, that might be a little more practical.
Are we gonna do a garden here?
We probably should.
Can we?
Probably at our friend's house.
Oh, yeah.
Eggs are done. Time to start the potatoes. Cooking along with me. That's awesome. I love that. We just get to hang out in the kitchen together. Alright, here's my bigger pot. Should have started there.
But she's just too overly optimistic.
My daughter and I are both jealous of Adri, Bethany, and your curls. Straight, thick hair is very hard to hold a curl. You know what? All my kids growing up with curls hated their curly hair,
I
including
hated my hair.
her.
I hated it probably worse than Bethany, I'd say.
Yeah, they both never liked it. They both wanted straight hair. So it's funny.
That was all I wanted in life, was to have straight hair.
Yep.
And then it kind of did flatten out once I was like 12. And then it was straight until I was, well, it stayed basically straight. It was just wavy for a lot of years. And then right around the time we got to Louisiana, I was like, I kind of want to try having curly hair again. And so then I tried and it was terrible and I failed. And then I just kept trying and it took me like a year and a half to finally kind of figure it out. And I still have weeks where I'm like, I don't understand. I figured this out like 2 years ago. Why does it still look terrible? But for the most part, I've figured it out at this point. So I like it now.
She does really good with her hair, a lot better than I do. I just wash it, put some flax gel in it, maybe a little bit of essential oils, and that's it. That's all I have time for. And sometimes it turns out great, and sometimes it doesn't. Today's in between, so I'm happy enough with that.
It's not bad today.
Not bad today, a little bit frizzy. Your son has long, thick, curly, blondish hair. Aww. Yeah, well, he's 10. That's so cute. It is tough to maintain, and that's probably the biggest complaint is just Bethany hates brushing her hair, but she really has to, or it's just like, Michael calls it a lion's mane. It just poops out everywhere. Oh, you hate the chunks and soups? Yeah, I have kids that are like that with some things. Like, I can make a pasta sauce, and I can load it with vegetables. As long as I puree it before they eat it, they all think it's amazing. But if there's one chunk left in there, they don't like it.
I like chunky soup.
Do we have celery? I think we do. My older sister has curly hair, and it came out, and you came out straight. She's always done. It's funny. Everybody just doesn't like what they have. I don't know. I never minded my curly hair. I wanted it to be curlier as a kid. I dyed my hair a lot through my teenage years, and then I turned like probably 16, 17, and I was like, I have really nice hair color. Why am I trying to get somebody else's hair color? And I've never dyed my hair again since. I don't feel the need. So.
And actually, Adrian's she's never dyed her hair.
I've never been interested in dyeing my hair. I had a lot of other friends that dyed their hair, and I didn't know why. I like the natural look. I don't want my hair to look like it. I also have a thing about eyebrows not matching hair. That drives me crazy when other people's eyebrows don't match their hair. I don't know why. It's weird to me. Just like when blondes will purposefully like color in their eyebrows super dark. It's always weirded me out.
I think I need an onion, another one. Yeah, very beautiful hair color for sure. Thank you. I don't want to cut another onion, then I will cry again. Skipping the onion. I have frozen onion. That as well do.
Onion's important.
I know.
It's
Why
like,
did I put this in?
it's the one thing that I use like all the time now.
Oh, stuck in the door. Got it. Emily Smith, late to the chat. What are we making? We're making potato chowder. Just simple.
And
cookies. Oh, and cookies. Banana. What are they called? Banana oatmeal cookies?
banana something cookies.
They're kind of like granola bites.
I wasn't supposed to make them, but I was hungry and they tasted good yesterday.
I just made a batch because there's still all these bananas in the freezer, and I wanted something quick and simple. to
And it
make
came out, she was like, they're probably not gonna taste good. And then by the 5 minutes later, I'd eaten like,
she ate most of one can. And then,
not most of it.
yeah, and then Levi was downstairs, and he kept coming up and pulling the chair into the kitchen and grabbing himself cookies. So, I wish you had curly hair. Oh, you know what? I bet you have beautiful hair. Whatever style and color it is, I think everyone's hair is beautiful. You just gotta, it was made to suit you. You just gotta learn to love it. Always wondered the appeal of tattoos. Yeah. Yeah, I don't get it either. Not a tattoo person. Thankfully, neither is Michael. But it's a thing. I don't know. I just think when you get a little older and wrinkly, it's not going to look the same as when you first got it. Alright, well, this pot is about a little less than half full. I'm just going to keep chopping. Otherwise, someone's going to go hungry. I have 0 tattoos and proud of it, but if that's your thing, then you do. Then you do you. There you go. Yep. Everybody's got to do what makes them happy. What did everyone think of Adri singing on this last week's vlog? That was completely unedited. That was just her singing. She's a very beautiful singer. Oh, I'm asking because you're a beautiful singer, Adri. I did not know that people got tattoos to hide scars. That's interesting.
Oh, I wouldn't do that. I would get a tattoo to
Accentuate
my scars.
Carefully, don't cut your hands. Yep, wouldn't be the first time. It wouldn't.
Wouldn't have been the 30th time. You are terrible at cutting vegetables.
Yeah, especially when I'm distracted, which I'm usually distracted because I have 8 children and they're always distracting me.
How dare they?
Don't tell Toby I knocked his Xbox over while trying to get stuff done this morning really quickly while the kids were asking questions.
She did that. I saw it.
He'll never watch this whole live stream, so he'll never know unless you guys tell him. So don't tell him.
Tell him. It'd be funny.
It's still working. I can still read your comments.
Mm-hmm.
Adrian needs to sing more. Kiwi Man says you need to sing more.
I really don't.
Yeah,
think I
she
do.
really does. She does. She has a really beautiful voice.
I do sing a lot, just not on camera.
That's true. Maybe I just have to film her singing
No,
more.
you really don't.
With those ingredients you have now, and celeriac, those are 2 different things here, so I don't know if it's the same. And split peas, you can now make a great pea soup. Only use pork chops instead of chicken. Nope, don't like pork, remember? Don't do pork. That would just ruin it. But I'll find a way to make split pea soup without pork. I will. I'll put it in a video. Oh, and I can't remember which one of you guys, somebody said when we made the meat pies last week to post it on Instagram, and I totally took a picture. It's on my phone, and I forgot to post it on Instagram. But it will be, is that in the, oh, she hasn't checked what she's editing yet. I think it's going to be in this Sunday's video. They actually turned out really good. They were really heavy, really dense, so very filling. So I was making enough for everybody to have like 4 each, and we did not need that many. People could barely eat 2. But I was also supposed to make a ranch dressing to go with it, and I forgot, so it made them a little bit dry as well. But overall, they were good. And we had lots of leftovers, which kept us all the way through the weekend.
I think Peyton ate like 6 moms. I don't know what you're talking about.
Peyton ate 6? Peyton ate 6?
The first day I think he only ate like 4, and the second day he ate like 6.
Good. Well, at least they kept Peyton filled up. That was the goal. Make sure he didn't go home hungry. Sound like the little penguin on Happy Feet movie if I try to sing. Well, at least you're happy. That's a good thing. Happy sounds are good sounds. What is Adri making? Adri is making some banana oatmeal cookies. They're really simple. They just have mashed up bananas, rolled oats, almond. Did you use almond or peanut butter? Almond butter and peanut butter. And if you have chocolate chips or carob chips, then you can throw some of those in there. We don't have any. Because I used them yesterday on the batch that we made yesterday. So that's what she's making. They're like really ridiculously simple to make.
They're really good. At least I thought they were really good.
Somebody's asking for you to sing, Adri.
Sing? But why? I'm cold.
Well, that doesn't stop your father. Did everybody get to see Michael's short last night that he put on the channel?
Without permission?
He didn't even tell me he was putting that on. I went on Facebook to check something and he had shared it on Facebook and I was like, this isn't a video on our channel. I was so confused. I had to go onto our channel and check. And yep, here he was at Walmart in the cold pushing carts, singing to all of you guys.
Oh, he was singing Bare Naked Ladies, yeah.
Yeah, Bare
I was
Naked
like, I don't
Ladies.
remember. What he was singing.
I think, yeah, it's the same. I think he sang it on the live stream last week too, didn't he? Apparently that's his favorite song right now. And he still can't sing the words right.
Yeah.
No baked cookies with oats, peanut butter, cocoa powder, and stuff. So good. Yes.
Those are amazing.
Definitely.
I haven't had those in a long time. I gotta write that down. I keep forgetting that those exist.
We don't have any of our recipes here, so sometimes you forget the things that you normally make. Alright, I'm just about cut up the entire bag of potatoes, or what was left of it. I don't think it was quite full, but. Singing at Walmart was hilarious. Yes, when he did the closing, that was hilarious. But he sang last night as well. I think it was -20 out. He was cold. So he decided to sing in the parking lot while he was outside and post it. That's my husband. Probably can't hear, but Adri is singing. She's just singing kind of under her breath. Right?
Definitely not.
She's singing. She's always singing. Our whole family is singing. Our biggest issue, which I think I mentioned before, is like getting copyrighted. I was surprised we didn't get copyrighted on this last week's video because she left a lot of that song in there that she sang, which is not our song. So I am not normal. Not crazy, but different. There you go. That's pretty much our motto too. Although I think I'd add crazy in there. I think we are crazy.
We are crazy.
Yeah. So this last weekend in town, they did a polar plunge. We did not participate, but we talked about it. But they basically dig a hole in the ice in the lake, and people go jump in. They have, I think from the pictures I've seen from years past, they actually have like, I think maybe firemen right in the water with you when you jump in. They're like all suited up in like something that keeps them warm, and they're like in the water just to make sure, because it's dangerous. It's actually really, really good for you. Doing like polar plunges, it's really good for your immune system, but you have to be safe about it, because it goes from being really good for you to killing you really quick. Full of tattoos and piercings. You know what? That's awesome. If that's what you like, then you do it. And as long as the people in your life, your significant other, are okay with it, then that's great. How about you, Adri? You gonna get any tattoos? She has piercings.
I do.
I had my nose pierced when I was a teenager. Actually, I pierced my own nose when I was a teenager. I didn't feel like going and paying somebody else to do it, so I just did it myself.
I don't want tattoos, but I have a lot of other friends that are into tattoos. But I like my nose ring, and interestingly, I've had more people tell me they don't like nose rings than that they don't like tattoos.
Really?
So yeah, some of the people have tattoos, and they're like, yeah, I don't like this. Like, okay.
Yes, ice plunges are really good for you. They help boost your immune system. I was trying to take a cold shower at the end of my shower, like turn the water really cold for the last few months since we got back. In the South, you can't do that because the water's never cold. But then I actually got sick, and now that I'm sick, I really don't feel like having a cold shower. So I'll have to start again after I'm feeling better. I don't understand why some channels are copyrighted, others aren't. I understand if you own the music, but it seems inconsistent. So if you use somebody else's music on your channel that you don't have rights to, then you can get copyrighted. But it's not really YouTube that makes the copyright claim typically. It's like the company that owns the right to the music. So if you do a parody, if you do your song a little bit different, if you use just a small short clip, or if it's in the background, then typically you don't get copyrighted. That's why I was a little bit surprised that Adri didn't get copyrighted, because there was quite a bit of that song in there. All the rest of our music that we use on our channel is from Epidemic Sound. We pay for a subscription, and that gives us rights to use their music without getting copyrighted. So, oh, he just wants. Do you want a carrot? Spider-Man. We don't have a Spider-Man movie. Cold water hurts you, so you can't do that. Well, there's lots of other ways to boost your immune system without doing cold showers. So you just stick to the warm water. Extra hot showers for you. That's like Michael. Like if I go in the bathroom when he's showering, I can pass out because of this team. It is so hot in there. Paula Cohen wants to know how Peyton's visit was.
Peyton's visit was good. I think he had fun. At least that's what he told me when he was leaving. So it was very good. It was awesome.
I gotta help the kids for 1 second.
He only got to come for the weekend this time because he has to work, so he didn't get the whole week off like he did in December. But it was still amazing. We had a really, really great time. We did a bunch of random stuff. We walked all the way across the lake, all the way to the other side. We walked around. We went to the coffee shop a few times. We went and hung out with our friends. Pretty good. We went to a couple stores, like we did last time. And we just hung out for a lot of it. So it was really good. Okay, go put the tray on. Put the tray in.
Lunchtime for the fam. We're getting close. I don't know what time it is. 12:30? Is that the right time? Time of grades. Yeah, I put him a carrot. He didn't want the carrot, so I don't know. You're just making cookies, so they'll have some of those with their lunch, I guess. Alright. The pot is half full. I'm going to stir it up, see what the ratio looks like. See what I need to add more of. Have we already made plans for another visit with Peyton? I don't think that they've set a date yet for another visit. We're hoping that soon enough Adrian and I can go down to visit him down there rather than him have to come up here. Which is, it makes things a little bit more complicated than him coming up here, which is why we've done it this way so far. He may come back for one more visit before we make it down there. But there is not a date set quite yet. They usually, Adrian and him are watching flight prices and sales, and then they'll figure out a weekend. They gotta figure out what works with his work schedule, and they'll get it worked out from there. Okay, it's a little potato heavy. I'm gonna add some more carrots and some more onions. It's gonna be a pretty simple soup, but that's okay. Simple soups are good on cold days. My daughter has lots of tattoos and piercings. There you go. Everybody has different things that they like. Everybody has different tastes, and that's what makes the world colorful. That's what makes it interesting. Actually, when I was a teenager, I dyed my hair blue a couple times. My hair didn't like to take it, and I never wanted to bleach my hair to do it properly, so it didn't look very blue like I wanted it to, but I had my nose ring, and I had blue hair, and that was a style I liked. I wasn't an angry person. I never did drugs or anything like that, but a lot of people looked at me and that was all they saw. They just assumed I did all those things, so we gotta learn not to judge people just by how they look, because we're all different. How does it feel sharing much about your life on YouTube? Or is it not much? That's a really great question. I don't know. I guess the live streams, especially in the beginning, made me a lot more nervous because I can't edit them. When we're just making our regular weekly vlogs, it's not so bad because even if you film something, you can choose whether or not you put it in the video. So you get a little bit more time to kind of mull over whether you want certain things added in. On a live stream, you have a lot less control, and with a lot of kids, that's a little risky. That's kind of why they get to watch movies during live streams, because it kind of keeps them occupied. But no, it's good. There's certain aspects of our life that we don't share because that's our life, or our kids' life, or our kids' business. And when Adrian and Peyton were going to start dating, we asked them if they wanted to let YouTube know about that, because that was their business, whether or not they wanted to. And they went back and forth for a while. Well, Adrian did at least, on whether or not she wanted him to be included on the channel. But I think at the end, Peyton was okay with it, so they decided to. Aww. Did somebody super chat earlier and I didn't even see it? How did I miss that? Maybe I wasn't in the room. Oh, Michael's on. Keenan, thank you. That's so awesome. You are such a blessing to us on our channel. Thank you so much. Michael, they were all asking if you were going to be on during your lunch break. I wasn't sure if you were going to get your lunch break at the same time as usual. I told them why you started later, so I didn't know if you'd get a lunch break or the same time lunch break. But if he's saying that somebody did do a super chat earlier and I missed it, I apologize for missing that. I would have read that out loud and I don't know how I missed it, so I am sorry. Oh, the other super chat was from 75 Libya. Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate that, and I am sorry that I missed it and I didn't get to call that out. Maybe Adrian did. Maybe it's not showing up on the TV screen. I don't know why. But we really appreciate that, you guys. That's so helpful to us. All right. Getting better. Oh, Michael, they miss your comedy show. So do I, actually. It's so fun when Michael's here. All right. But I do not know what that is, Michael. Jerry's getting hungry. I'm gonna make shawarma. That's awesome. Now you made Michael jealous now that he saw that. I'm gonna add, this is a mixture of onions, celery, and peppers. I don't usually put onions in my soup, but I want the celery, so I'm gonna take the peppers along with it. It's a little solid. Really solid. Did you see a super chat earlier from somebody?
No.
Oh, it must not have showed up. Kieran Man said we got one earlier. Where did I put my scissors? No, there they are. Oh, Michael's having fun.
What is he posting?
I don't know. Little emojis of some sort that I can't see. I'm just gonna dump it all in. Why not? Okay. I'm gonna add the broth. Frozen mix of Trinity. None of my stores have any. They call it, I think it's called mirepoix here, which is a French word, I believe. I don't even know what that means. All right. Chicken broth. I'm gonna start warming that up. And then I will season it while it's warming. You have to go. You'll watch the rest of it later. Thank you so much for coming, Six Kids Later. We appreciate having you here. We love having you involved in the chat. You're always very active. Thank you. One giant pot of soup. Yep, hopefully it'll feed us. We might, maybe even have leftovers with that much in there, but it'll probably only be leftovers until Michael gets home and he'll eat the rest of it. So there you go. That'll feed us one meal with maybe a leftover. Maybe I'll get a bowl of it for my lunch tomorrow. That'd be fantastic. The cookies are smelling good. I can smell them. 2 minutes left on that timer. Okay, usually I save these. I already have a big bag of scraps in the freezer, and today I'm using chicken broth, so I don't need these ones today. What's Michael having for lunch on the bus? Great question, Michael. What are you having for lunch on the bus? Does he work close to home? So lunch break can mean coming home for a minute for lunch. When he's at Walmart, he's very close to home, and he will come home because he'll get some days an hour lunch break, and then he can come home. But the bus training is, I think, about a 40-minute drive away, so no, can't come home for that. How is your weather? You're in a very hot country. What country are you in right now? That must be nice. Our weather here is cold. It is minus 26 Celsius, which is minus 14 Fahrenheit. So, pretty cold.
You know why Smokey's hand was shaking while he was eating?
Because he was an alcoholic?
No, because he was starved.
Oh, for any fried green tomato fans, now you know. Now you know why Smokey's hands was shaking. I didn't know your hands shake from being starved.
Yeah, like he hadn't had a drink in 24 hours.
Alcohol?
No, water.
Oh, I need some water. That's a great idea. Or some tea, or both. South Africa for a month. That's so cool. Are you just on holidays there? Are you working? That sounds fun. That was good. I needed water. Thank you, Smokey, for reminding me that I need to drink water.
Or maybe he is an alcoholic, I'm not sure.
Yep, he's an alcoholic.
I mean, yeah, he is, but I don't...
Woo! Well, that's why, because she gave him a drink, right? In that scene?
Yeah.
Okay, who on the live stream has not seen fried green tomatoes? On vacation. That's fantastic. That's awesome. And we should all drink more water. I am really good. Oh, your cookies are done. I'm really good at drinking water in the south where it's really hot, but then I get back home where it's not so hot, and I forget to drink a lot.
They don't look done yet. You said 20 minutes, right?
Yeah. Food show on South Africa. I don't even know what kind of food they eat in South Africa. Paula, what have you eaten in South Africa that's different? Has it been good? Have you enjoyed it? And what have you seen? What are the sights? I don't know much about South Africa. Like, I mean, maybe more historically about South Africa, but like sights and scenes and cool places to see, I don't know much about it. So you'll have to give us the lowdown. How do you manage the homeschooling, checking out work, etc.? Do older kids help with the younger? Not a whole lot. Like, I don't have the older kids helping too much with that. Really, like a lot of it, I'll add a little more of this. For math, we do a program called Teaching Textbooks, which is an online program, and it marks it for them. So they actually just get one question at a time. It says it out loud to them, or they can turn off the voice and then they read it themselves, and then they answer that question, and then the computer grades it for them. So that's how we do math. So I don't have to worry about that so much. We've paused it for a couple of the kids right now, and they're just doing workbooks to learn some basic facts, because a lot of the curriculums sort of skip the times tables and the division tables. Like they don't teach the memorization. They go through it really quickly, explain the concept, and then move on to other things. And so we've paused it so that kids can learn their times tables. And so that I do have to check, but sometimes some of them will check for each other and help each other out with that and just say, oh, I don't think that one's right, and then they'll check it. But usually I go through and check that. When they do it, we don't do schoolwork every day. We do it probably 3 times a week, and a lot of it is just, hey, you want to come say hi? A lot of it is spelling. I don't really check that. They just do it every day. I write out their words for them. I write out a whole book, so they have a whole notebook that's full of all their spelling words for the next like 3 months maybe, and then they write out their spelling words, and then they just write a ton on their own. They write, oh, Flash Shoes said, hi Jessie. They write that out, and then they do their math, and they do some reading, so that I don't have to check on that. Kiwi Man said, you don't get any lunch today. No lunch. Do you think he's joking? Do you think he's teasing you? You're hungry, of course. Adri's making some more of those cookies from yesterday. The banana oatmeal ones. But we don't have any carob chips to put in them, so there's no carob chips. But they'll be good anyways. Okay, they're just about out of the oven. You don't want one? Do you want one? Look. They're almost done. They're done. Do you want to have an apple or a banana for a snack? Scoot. Are we enjoying being back in a house?
Some bread.
Some bread. Yes and no to that. Here, Jessie. You can give one to Levi.
Huh?
Give one to Levi.
But he's asleep.
Oh, Levi fell asleep.
Thank goodness.
Is that 2 weeks in a row? I think he fell asleep last week.
Mama, did I just get one out?
Sure.
Wait, you?
Sure. How? I miss my bus. I miss my bus a lot. I prefer the bus. It's I designed it for our family. It just works better. This house is huge. It has obviously like way more square footage than our bus.
I got a whole room.
Good job. But we can't all fit in this dining room to sit and have a meal together comfortably. I mean, we make it work because it's pretty important to us to eat together with our family, especially for supper in the evening. But we have to like flip a couch around from the living room and drag it in because the table isn't big enough, and even with the size of the table it is, we're constantly pushing it in and out from the wall. Like, I don't know, our bus just worked better. I like that better. I had everything set up, everything was organized, everything had a place because I designed it for all the things I own, and I just feel like things aren't working as well in the house. And maybe that's just because I haven't put the time in to make it work, but that's just how I feel. So I miss my bus. Other people in this family are loving living in a house. How about you guys?
I miss the smell of the bus.
Me too. The
Smell.
smell.
How about you, Emily? Do you miss the bus? Oh, you're shy. You could tell me and I'll tell them. Do you miss the bus? Or do you like living in a house?
You just gotta smile.
She's just smiling. When do you think you might be able to start traveling again? Well, we are going to, how do you say that? Americranian. That's cool. That's a cool name. We're going to do some traveling around our home province this summer. That's our goal right now. We were talking about a cross-Canada tour, but I don't think that's going to happen. If you touch the table, Emmy, it shakes the camera. So just, you can watch, but don't shake. So there's lots of sites in Alberta that, especially our younger kids, haven't seen. We did a lot of them with our older kids. Now the younger batch is coming up, and we've been on the road other places, and so they haven't seen them. So we're gonna go do a lot of that this summer. Regulars here, no, I missed the bus with the emoji use. Yeah, I'm glad you missed the bus. It'll come back. We'll get something again. Does the bear have eyes yet? Yeah, you finished them, right? Your teddy bear?
Wait, which one is he talking
The one that you were working, maybe you signed out early last week. I think she had finished it by the end of the live stream last week. Yeah. Do you want to go get it, John? It does have eyes. I love the idea of a tiny home. So your ability to make a big family work in a little bus is amazing to me. Yeah, I think that the idea of just designing, I mean, if we had a house that I designed, it'd probably be fantastic. Like, but just the idea of designing a space for our family is probably what I miss the most. So this house was not designed for us. It has 3 living rooms and 4 bedrooms, so it should be a big house. But the kitchen is awkward getting in and out of and working in. The sink is like kind of in a corner, and so if anyone needs to get to the other side of the sink while someone's washing dishes, it doesn't. We didn't have these complications in the bus. We had other complications, but not these ones. And so I miss my bus. All right, here's her bear. It's done, and she started another one this last week for Levi because he needs a snuggle teddy bear for at night. So she's working on that now. Oh, Flash, you said hi, Bethany, and Zach Fish said he loves the scarf. Oh, and Kiwi Man said hi, Teddy. Hi. Does he have a? Oh, does she have a fancy hat factory going on? Are you making hats for everybody?
Not yet, but maybe.
They all want hats, but she hasn't had time to make hats for everybody. Grabbing a copy from A&W, and it's $1 any size mug. $1 any size mug. I'm sure you are. Didn't I see you with a coffee before you started? That's a lot of coffees in one day. Bear looks awesome. Good job. Hi, Emily and Bethany. Where did Teddy go? Hiding under the counter. Coffee, of course, yes. Michael is the coffee man. And then he'll get home at 4 o'clock and say, I was hoping to have another coffee.
I forgot about the tea that I made.
Oh.
It's probably cold one.
It's cold, yep. And you'll probably have to add more water because I think I used it since then. Hi. Oh, I said that already. Kiwi Man said hi to you. You want bread?
There's steam coming out of it.
Here, this is the last slice. Flash, you said, nice hats, Bethany. A business that's way better than a lemonade stand.
The video that just came out is where you made all the when you made your hat on, and that's why they're all saying.
Oh!
Yeah, I had a lemonade stand when I was a kid. Actually, I made good money on my lemonade stand as a kid. A teddy emoji. Maybe we should do a teddy emoji too.
Maybe?
But it's so... Emily is pretty normal when I'm just filming her, when she doesn't realize someone's at the other end. She's pretty much herself. But how you see her on the live stream, that's how she is with everybody else. She doesn't really talk when we're with friends or family. If there's other people in our house or if we're at someone else's house, she just smiles. She's very, very quiet. So it's kind of funny how that is. People in our lives that are close don't really hear her talk, but you guys get to a lot more because she'll talk. Baby. Those look good.
Definitely not so sweet without the chocolate chips, but
Yeah. It went quiet. Maybe there's an ad playing, or maybe everyone ran out of things to say. I think we're getting towards the end. Oh, we are. It's just about 1, if that's the right time. Is that the right time?
I have 15 minutes.
Is it? Oh, I changed it. Oh, we got 5 minutes left. 5 minutes. What is that you're making? You're late. I am making a potato chowder. It was going to be chicken potato chowder, but my chicken went bad in the fridge. So we switched it up to potato chowder. And Adri just made banana oatmeal cookies. So that's what she made. They have 3 ingredients in them: bananas, rolled oats, and nut butter. But she used almond butter and peanut butter in them. So, but you had a timeout. You did have time. Just got done with the potatoes. Good, you're making good progress. Time to assemble a potato salad. That's fantastic. I love potato salad, but it's a lot of work to make, especially because I have to make a huge batch. So I only make it usually 2 or 3 times in the summer, and when I make it, I make a big,
It's so good.
big container. Yeah, it is good. Do you make your own homemade mayo for it? Because if you don't know how, I have a video on that. It's super easy, and it actually tastes really good. The cookies look great. They do look good. That's really yum. Mine, when I made them yesterday, were more like balls, but I refrigerated. The recipe said to refrigerate it so that it stuck together better, and then you roll it out, and then they're like little cookie balls. But these are really good looking too. Mayo pickle potato salad, man. Yeah, I love pickles in my potato salad for sure.
And chives.
Chives, yeah, homemade chives, homegrown.
I was like, we make our chives? I didn't know that.
Or wild chives are good too. Actually, when we were in Louisiana, they had a lot of wild chives growing at the park. For those of you that have been watching us for a long time, you may have seen us gone and picking some of them in Louisiana. Oh, the Best Foods mayo. Is that the avocado mayo? I don't know. But yeah, it's really easy. If you have an immersion blender, it's like seriously really easy. I've never had olives in potato salad. That would be interesting. I could see that. I might try calamatas instead of black. Cookies! She dropped cookies. Michelle, you're here! Oh, you get like 4 minutes. But yay, 4 minutes is okay. Oh, is it your birthday today? Happy birthday!
Happy
birthday. That's so awesome. Happy birthday. I was like, there's somebody missing from the live stream this weekend. I was trying to figure out who it was. And you're here. Black olives chopped up. That would be good. What did we make? Adri made banana oatmeal cookies. I'll say this again. Sorry to all of you that get to hear us repeat this, the whole thing. It has bananas, rolled oats, and peanut butter and almond butter. That's it. Super easy. Really quick. So that's what she made, and I am making potato chowder. You guys have made me buy bananas and make smoothies. Now I'm gonna crave no-bake cookies, since that's what they look like. That is what they look like. And yeah, that's awesome. Smoothies are so good for you. I'm so glad that you bought bananas and made smoothies. Dill pickles, not sweet. Yeah, dill pickles and potato salad for sure. And Emmanuel Allah, hey, good to see you on the live chat. That's awesome. You'll take your 4 minutes. All right, well maybe we'll go a little over just for you. And Michelle wants some of your cookies. You might have to watch it back and make this. The recipe is off of Chocolate Covered Katie's website. I don't know if any of you have ever been on there. When she first started out, I really loved all of her recipes. They were all really like wholesome, good recipes like that. And now like a lot more of them are standard, I find, just like sugar and whatever. So, are girls 11 out of 10? Thank you. They still want to hear your hair routine. We'll have to do a video on your hair routine.
I think I did one a long time ago when we were in Louisiana.
Yeah, I think she did. Actually, I think there's a video a long time ago. So Adri was a big like hair scruncher for a long time. I don't see her do it as much anymore. And she would just, when her hair was wet, sit and scrunch it.
What do you mean?
Do you? I don't notice you do it.
I'm in the bathroom.
She's in the bathroom. And the bus, it was all like in front of us, so I saw it. But anyways, we found a video on her phone, which I think is in one of our videos, of Emily.
Oh yeah.
She took the phone back to my bedroom in the bus and set it up and sat there with her wet hair. And she doesn't have very curly hair. She has waved her hair, but she sat there and scrunched her hair on camera for like 25 minutes. We didn't put the whole 25 minutes in the video, but it was so cute to find that video. It was awesome. My sister-in-law uses sweet pickles and a ton of onions. Yeah, my grandma always put onions, raw onions in potato salad. No, not my thing. It's just, no. No, I like onions, especially cooked, but not raw so much. Maybe Toby will follow his dad's closing time song at Walmart. That'd be funny. Toby, I don't
He
think
was
he's
actually
gutsy enough.
asked about that in the interview.
Yeah, they found out that he was Michael's son when he went for his interview, and they're like, "Oh, are you a great singer like your dad?" And he said, "Well, I'm not as what's the word? Outgoing as my dad." That was his answer. So Toby is musical, but I don't think he'll ever sing on the speaker. So it'd be really funny if he did. It would be very out of character for him.
I don't know. He did pull those pranks in Walmart that one time.
He did. If you guys haven't checked out,
them up to it.
if you haven't checked out Toby's channel, he did a video of pranks in Walmart where he actually, yeah, it was pretty gutsy. Him and Peyton were in Walmart in Louisiana. I'm not as goofy as my dad. Yeah, he could have said that. Toby actually has a pretty good sense of humor. He's just a little more shy. It wasn't when he was younger, but it's grown and he's grown into his shyness, I guess. Did I boil that water for tea? I think I did. Toby sings the Walmart Blues next short. I'll let him know. Your dad was super goofy, Kristen? Dads are good for that. They're fun for being goofy. My dad was goofy. Is goofy. These are good, guys. You should try this. Oh, I think I was talking about chocolate covered Katie. Yeah, so she started out with really wholesome, good stuff, and I don't like some of her recent stuff, but her older stuff is good. So this was good. I think they're just called 4 ingredients.
You just click on the cookie section. It's like the second one that comes up.
There you go. So time is about up. Lunchtime at the boys. It is. I would call the kids up to say bye, but Levi's sleeping, and if they all get up and leave, it might wake him up. Last week he fell asleep in the upstairs living room, but now he's sleeping down there with them. Passed away in 2018 of liver damage and stuff. I'm so sorry. That's pretty recent. I'm sorry to hear that. That's really sad. They want you to make a smoothie before we go.
Oh, I can't make a smoothie today.
She's like all like sweat painted and hoodied up.
No smoothie.
Nope. Do you guys usually have a late dinner or is it kind of random? We're not very scheduled people. So we're not like have dinner at 5 o'clock kind of people. We're have dinner whenever it works. So last night I think we ate at 7. Typically lately I've been trying to get the kids to bed earlier just because I noticed that they're getting up early, even though like usually when we're in Canada in the winter, because it stays dark so much later in the morning, they sleep in, but this year they are not sleeping in. So I've been trying to get them to bed earlier. So I've been trying to have supper more like between 5 and 6, but we are pretty random. Oh, once you finish the live stream, then you can have a smoothie. She probably still won't. She'll probably make herself a hot coffee.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
At this time.
It's only 1. Now she wants a coffee. Alright. Okay, well, I guess we'll say bye. Can you come say bye?
I'm right here. You can see me.
Oh. Can you hear her from over there? We don't have our microphone set up. You're 61. A lot of people have died in your life. Life sucks sometimes. Yeah. I lost both my grandparents last year, about a year and a half ago. And yeah, once your generation gets to a certain age, I don't think they had very many friends left. They were both in their 80s, and you kind of get to an age where you're the only one left around. It's sad. It's really sad. Although it's probably more sad to have lots around, which means you died younger. I don't know. It's hard. It's tricky. But anyways.
We have to end on a morbid note.
We do, guys.
Why did you
really
do that?
I didn't do that. This is where the chat's going. I'm just participating. Looking forward to the next video and the next week's stream. Yeah, so don't forget, this week is the last week of Frugal February.
Finally!
So it's the last week, so don't forget to check that out. And if you didn't watch Michael's short from last night, go check that out because he was really sad. He thought it was going to go viral. I didn't.
Poor old
but
boy.
he really did. So, yeah, go check that out. And then our weekly vlog will be out Sunday morning. So,
And y'all know it's gonna be good 'cause I'm gonna be editing it.
because it's all on her. So,
Yeah.
like you.
Mhm.
All right. It's okay. Sad notes are okay too. It's good to all be together, whether it's sad or happy. It's good to have community. So it's great to see you guys, and thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching us for another 2 whole hours of your day. We appreciate you all so much. Special thanks to Kiwi Man, our very loyal member who shows up to every live stream and comments on every video. We appreciate you a lot. And none of our other members are ever on our live streams. I don't know where they are, but they support us every month, so we appreciate them too. Somewhere they are. Or maybe they're watching on a TV and they can't chat. Maybe that's what it is. So that works too. We're just happy to have you all here, and hopefully next week Michael's a part of the live stream. I don't know what his schedule is yet, but hopefully. So we'll see you guys all next week. Bye!
Bye. I'll just keep waving until she walks all the way around and turns it off because she's still walking. Bye.